Hey, good morning. It's Randy with Saturday Station Farm, and I've got an update for you guys. Finally, we're getting some work done on the barn in the store. So I had a week off for my off-farm work. Well, it is coming out, and we started on this backside, getting that old galvanized aluminum roof right there torn off. The problem is that galvanized aluminum shed water really well, but it was nailed on with nails, aluminum nails with rubber washers, and it was nailed on the peak of the ribs of the corrugated metal, and it would leak. When you get heavy rains, it would leak around every one of those little holes, and you have water spots all over the building. So we tore all that off, tore off all the old strap members, threw on some plywood, excuse me, and now I have this solid roof that we can go ahead and attach shingles or metal or whatever we're going to throw up there. Probably metal, so it'll slide off. I'd like to go with the stand and seam, but it's way more expensive. I have seen some metal shingles out of Canada that look super cool, but I haven't priced them out yet, so for now. Anyway, so then after we got that backside taken care of, we were able to finally add on the addition, get that framed in, and then tie in the two roofs. And so having a solid roof in order to tie in the rafters was super important. And one of the main reasons for stripping off the old galvanized roofing and putting this one on. However, we got the roof all stripped off, and then it was scheduled to get the sun out of the camera. So we get the old roof stripped off, and it was completely open, and then the next day or the day after, it was scheduled for like 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. So with Trey's help, he's been helping me on this project, and a super big asset on the farm. You know, we just threw everything up there. I mean, you can see we just took our fascia and overhung our fascia board, like, I don't know, 2 feet. We only need to go 18 inches. I think these are 16-inch eaves. I just ran the plywood over. Once I attach my other eave, my rake fascia up through here, bring it all the way up through, attach it. We'll probably clean this all up, bring the rest of the plywood out, cut everything, make it look all pretty. Oh, here's a little shot of the inside. So this little area through here, probably have to have Trey give me a hand doing this, walking me through. So you'll come through, there'll be the main entrance, which we obviously don't have a door in there yet. So over in this framed in area, we'll have the store, customer area, little store area, and this little area over here will be a store area. Door here where our walk-in fridge is, where the walk-in cooler will be. This will be the door going through there. This will be where the whole kitchen area is. Essentially, right about from here, right where that big old timber is there. This whole area back here is going to be where the whole kitchen area is. 3-bay sink, hand wash station, all my tables for making stuff. And then we'll have a door here. It goes into the back. And there'll be all the, excuse me, water heater, electrical, plumbing, shelving for dry goods, probably a big smoker over here. And we get, we still get a box in the ends of the eaves, and there's like misses a piece of plywood missing. Oh, and that's one of those things too. You see all those holes in that tarp? Well, we put enough plywood up there before the storm came, so we could just, get it up there to give it some structure, so that when it rained, the whole place wouldn't get soaking wet. However, it didn't work. At the peak, we have that heavy duty rubber roofing up there, and that worked just fine. But this old tarp, which we put up last winter, back when this was just a foundation, was just not up to the job. So the whole barn pretty much flooded. Not to mention, in our rushing around trying to get everything accomplished in very limited time, we had some other people that were going to come out and help too, but there's some things going on. It's not their fault at all. As much as you only have so many hours in a day and you can only get so much stuff done. So be it. And but in the zip system, plywood, which is the first time using it, we forgot to tape all the seams. I mean, it's not as though we completely forgot to do them. It was on the list to get done. But knowing that there was a rainstorm coming, we figured, there's probably some water, some drips that would come through. Figured it'd be fairly comparable to the rubber nails when the water came down the roof and hit those seams. I was wrong. It just poured right through the whole barn. Every one of those horizontal, vertical seams leaked ridiculously, and now the whole barn is completely soaked. Luckily yesterday wasn't too wet, and it pretty much dried out a bit. We got a bunch of grain got soaking wet, all the tools got wet, and there's still standing water on this bucket over here, and the ground's still wet through here, and all the tools are soaking wet. The floor above us is still wet. And this is all wet over here. This is one little patch where the rubber roof is, and that's not wet. But what are you gonna do? So we have things roughly framed in. There's not supposed to be another storm until Monday, so I've got 2 days this weekend. We'll get back up there, get everything cleaned up. We got 2 whole days, so there's more than enough time to get all this crap off there, get the fans in there, get everything drying off, cut everything properly, get it cleaned up nicely, get the ladders built for the eaves, tape it all off, and get it dried in. And that should buy us a little bit of time until we get the metal on. But at least then it doesn't matter if it rains or not. And that was really the goal, was just to get the structure up. Get the structure up so we can begin working on it regardless what the weather does. Because for so long, this past year, it's been just non-stop rain. I can't get any work done. You have 1 day of nice weather and then 2 days of rain, and you open it up and it gets wet. And really the whole goal was to get this thrown up and keep it dry. It was super close. We got all up, still got wet, but whatever. We're farther along now than we were, so be it. So, onward. That's it for now. We're getting there. Thanks. Bye.